Yo, what's up? It's Johnald. I'm going to talk about Skarmory EVs and Gen 3 OU. And I got a big old box right here I'm going to talk about for with Skarmory. I think there's like, what, 3, 6, 9, 16? 16 maybe? So these first three are going to be your normal specially defensive Skarmories, and they're going to have each different speed points. So I think this is really suboptimal, just max with 4 in speed, because of how important it is to be faster than opposing Skarmories with Roar. And the only reason you'd want to be max is for the Magneton roll, but as you see here, because they have to have 30 IVs instead of 31 for HP Fire, you can get away with running 248 and still having the same roll as 252, right? And then let's say the only way this would be unoptimal is if they have like a HP Grass Mag that's modest with Magnet. But they would honest most Grass Mags are gonna be timid, so they can outspeed Impert. So yeah, that's the only time it would matter, and you would lose a damage roll. But because they're 99% of the time going to be HP Fire, you're good to skip this. Skip that 1 point in Spit F and put it back into speed, and you're going to be faster than every other Skarm that's sitting at this breakpoint. So always run this when you're running like the slowest, especially defensive Skarmory. And then if you kind of want to speed creep this, you can go up to 16 speed, and that is going to give you you're going to lose one more of these damage rolls to BO code, but yep, that's still workable. I wouldn't go any lower than this if you're trying to have a winning game plan in the mag matchup. Like being able to like 20% of the time just get an extra spike or keep your Skarmory alive for a sack is going to be very big in a lot of games. So, and then these are going to be your taunt Skarmories. So I think this is probably the slowest you can go. And you're going to be faster than other Skarms, but not much else. And then this right here is going to hit a breakpoint, so you're going to get this is the highest breakpoint, so you're going to get an extra 2 Spit F with this, and then you can put the rest in speed. But typically, you're going to be at least running this set, which is going to be faster than Doll, so you can taunt it from being able to click refresh or rest. So that's going to be really impactful in a lot of games. You can run Toxic, and you can deny rest or refresh from a Doll, or you can run Drill Peck and just deny their rest. Yep. Milo Speed is the next one, so this is going to be faster than Milotics, and you can taunt Toxic, deny the refresh. That's really good if you're running a offense that doesn't have a lot of booming and has struggles in the Milo. You can even go up to Def Coon speed and do the same thing with against Def Coon, prevent the rest with a taunt. That's always good. You can go to Adamant Tar speed, prevent a DD, like last mod DD, Adamant Tar. You can go up to this. This is a special set where you have enough speed for Jolly Tar and Magneton, and you can HP fighting them. And some spike offenses really have trouble revenge killing Magneton, so you can HP fighting it. I think this was Juke who made this set. I'm not sure about his EVs here, but yep. 120 will 2-hit KO uninvested Tyranitar, and HP fighting will put Mag into ranges for like a Brick Break from Salamence and stuff like that. So yeah, use this if you have trouble revenge killing Magneton. So you'll always get the spike, and then you HP fighting once you get trapped or to deal with Tyranitar. Your standard YOLO Skarm, and if you're really worried about Timid Mag, you can run Jolly with Soft Sand and have the same OCO with Hidden Power Ground. And then we're going to go into Fizz Def Skarms. So this will hit 136 with a Impish Nature is going to allow you to live a CB Metagross Explosion. And you will probably live the Curse Self-Destruct Laxes as well, because they are EV to do the same amount, like the maximum damage of this. So you're going to live Booms, Um, and then if you want this to be your dedicated fighting check as well, if you're running a Vizdev Skarm, you can take this, point out a Spadef and put it in the speed so you can be faster than like Machamp and Hariyama and stuff and just peck them down because a lot of them speed creep um, on invested Skarmory. So that's some food for thought there, is to run this speed creep. Um, and then another advantage over full Spadef is if you want to run counter, you're actually going to do more damage back to mods that are clicking attacks into you. So I know like fully invested, you can actually like not 2-hit KO CB meta mash when you're countering fully invested, while this is always going to 2-hit KO with counter. Yep, and then you have full fizz def, of course. Yep, run the 4 speed. You can obviously just take some out and be faster than the other Skarms, but typically you're using this as a defensive piece. So you want every bit of thing you can get, every little bit of defense you can get. But yeah, obviously you can put it like this and it'll be fine. And then we have um, -4 speed. So this is gonna have 30 IVs here, and this is if you want a slower Skarm intentionally, and there's a couple reasons you would want a slower Skarm. First of all, if you click Roar and they click Roar, you're saving PP. So if you have like a stall Superman team where you don't care about getting roared out over and over again and you're trying to play the PP war, you can run 30 IVs. And then I think the main reason you want to run 30 IVs is if you have um, against the other Skarms double switching. So let's say you're running like a Skarm P2 team or any mon with Trace or Intimidate, and you're both switching out. You're going to get the Intimidate on their switch in or their Trace on their switch in rather than just Trace and Kenai. So that is a reason why you don't run a slower Skarm intentionally is for that. And then you have HP Fire. This is pretty niche, but you can run HP Fire to 3 KO Fortress, so it can't rest up. And then rest in Spadef, and you're running Sassy if you want to run Peck. You might want to run a little bit of speed here, so you're faster than Blissey and Swampert most of the time. What else did I not talk about? Thief can go on any of these. Probably you don't want Thief Taunt Skarm, but yeah, the fastest I'll probably goes like here. A cool thing about Thief, if you're running full Spadef, is if you Thief a Magneton's Magnet, they don't have Magnet, the roll gets really good for you. So you can always get that spike up even if you Thief the Magneton. So let's look at that. Yeah, so you're always basically living. And I think this is where it matters, right? No. You're almost always living and you can get your spike up even if you mess up the Thief if you're um, full Spadef. So that's why I like running Thief Skarms with full Spadef. The last thing I wanted to talk about wasn't really EVs, but some unexplored tech moves. I think Secret Power, if you're running on a 0 speed Skarm, is actually pretty nice. Being able to paralyze opposing Skarms so you can get your layers up because now they're slower because they're paralyzed. You can paralyze like Metagross and stuff if they give you enough times to hit. Whirlwind and HP Flying. So Whirlwind is typically a giveaway that you don't have Drill Peck, but you can run it with HP Flying and get huge damage on a fighter trying to click Focus Punch. And then you can't run this in any like Discord tour because it's typically banned accuracy lowering moves, but Mud Slap is really good compression against bulky setup sweepers like Snorlax and stuff. And it also is a great click into BKC tar because it's better than Sand Attack because it's stopping Focus Punch with the even though it's doing like 2 damage, it's still stopping Focus Punch and lowering their attack. It really puts them in a bad spot. And then for Biz Def Skarms, another cool move you can try is Torment with Protect. And this is gonna completely wall out Choice Banded Metagross because you can just protect every time they click Meteor Mash, and then you eat the struggle hit. And you can honestly drop your Roar because most Fizdef Skarms really only want Roar for Metagross, so if you're running Torment Protect, you're fine there, and you can run Peck or Toxic or something like that, or Rest even and stuff. So Yep, I think yeah, another cool set you can run is Chestoberry with Thief, Rest, Spikes, Roar. And you get the best of both worlds here because you can rest up the Chesterberry. So a lot of the times with Thief, it's really hard to click this move into CB meta because you're already taking two mashes. But if you switch this Skarm into CB meta, you can rest up. You can rest up against Empert and stuff, and then get the Thief off after your Chesterberry gets expired. So you get a free rest. Um, and if you're running full Spadef with this set, you can actually wall out Def Me because it can't 3-hit KO you and you remove their leftovers and they're taking chip and sand. So you can actually beat Def Me's with this set, which is nice. You can beat Registeals after you take their leftovers. It's really awkward for a lot of newer age offenses to deal with this imbalances with Def Me and Registeel and stuff. You just keep resting. Yeah. Do I want? Is there anything else? Um, Metal Sound maybe, but yeah, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Um, Next video, I'll probably do one about SD pass on stall. So look forward to that. See ya.